History remembers kings and conquerors, those whose names are etched in stone and whose deeds echo through the ages. But some figures remain shrouded in legend, their stories woven from whispers and fragments of the past. The Queen of Sheba is one such enigma, a figure whose allure has only grown with time. She appears in the sacred texts of Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. A powerful monarch from a distant, wealthy land whose influence spanned continents and centuries. Her name conjures images of immense riches, camel caravans laden with gold, frankincense, and gems, traveling across endless sands under the blazing sun. Yet, for all her fame and the treasures attributed to her, we know surprisingly little about her true life and reign. She is a ghost in the tapestry of the ancient world, her true identity and kingdom still debated by scholars, historians, and storytellers alike. Her story begins not with war or conquest, but with a journey, born of curiosity, a thirst for knowledge, and a desire to seek wisdom beyond her own borders. From the sun-drenched lands of southern Arabia or the Horn of Africa, she set out on an epic expedition, crossing harsh landscapes and unknown territories. Imagine a magnificent procession crossing vast deserts, guided by the stars and the hope of discovery, their journey illuminated by torchlight beneath the endless night sky. She was a ruler seeking wisdom from King Solomon, whose fame for knowledge, justice, and wealth had reached her distant court and sparked her imagination. The destination, Jerusalem, the heart of Solomon's kingdom, a city alive with stories, faith, and the promise of enlightenment. The Bible tells us she came to test him with hard questions, a meeting of two great minds, exchanging riddles and wisdom in a legendary encounter. Was she a historical queen or a symbol of wisdom and the search for truth? Perhaps both, her story echoing the eternal human quest for understanding. Her legend endures, inviting us to look deeper into the mysteries of the ancient world and to wonder what truths still lie hidden beneath the sands of time. The Queen of Sheba's visit to Solomon is a brief but powerful tale in the Book of Kings, a story that has fascinated readers for centuries with its blend of mystery, grandeur, and wisdom. Hearing of Solomon's legendary wisdom and fame, she journeyed across vast deserts to Jerusalem, bringing with her a spectacular caravan, laden with spices, gold, and precious stones, a dazzling display of her own wealth and status. Her gifts were more than mere tribute. They were a declaration that she was Solomon's equal, a monarch of immense power and influence in her own right. She came not just to pay respects, but to test him with riddles and difficult questions, complex puzzles designed to probe the depths of his understanding and challenge his intellect. Solomon answered every question with ease. Nothing was too hard for the king, and his wisdom seemed boundless to all who witnessed the exchange. The queen was utterly astounded, not only by his wisdom but also by the magnificence of his palace, the order of his court, and the devotion and happiness of his people. She praised Solomon and his God, declaring that the reports she'd heard in her own land had not even begun to capture the reality of his greatness. In return for his hospitality and wisdom, she gave him an astronomical sum of gold and spices, gifts so lavish that their abundance would never again be matched in Jerusalem. Solomon, in turn, was generous, granting her all she desired and bestowing upon her gifts fit for a queen, ensuring their meeting ended in mutual respect and admiration. Their encounter was brief, but its impact would echo through history, inspiring countless retellings and interpretations across cultures and generations. The story ends with her return home, but her departure left a void that other traditions, especially in Ethiopia, would eagerly fill with new legends and meanings. This meeting of minds and monarchs became the seed of a legend, a tale that would grow and evolve over time. Its resonance would shape cultures for millennia, leaving an indelible mark on the history and imagination of both Africa and the Middle East. Where was Sheba's kingdom? The Bible is vague, sparking centuries of debate. Some point to Saba in modern Yemen, renowned for incense trade, wealth, and engineering marvels like the Great Dam of Marib. Others look to Africa, specifically Ethiopia's ancient Aksum, rich in gold and ivory, and central to Ethiopian identity. Trade and cultural ties across the Red Sea suggest the Sabaean kingdom may have spanned both Arabia and Africa. This would explain the queen's resources and motivation for her journey. The true location remains a mystery, but the African claim holds a powerful place in the heart of a nation. Sheba's legend bridges continents, uniting history and myth. Ethiopian tradition, preserved in thee, gives the story a dramatic sequel. Here, the queen, Makeda, falls for Solomon, and from their union, a son is born, Menelik. Menelik, raised in Ethiopia, visits Solomon as a young man. On his return, he and his companions secretly take the Ark of the Covenant from Jerusalem to Axum. The Ark's arrival transforms Ethiopia into a new Zion, chosen by God. This legend establishes Ethiopia's Solomonic dynasty, claiming descent from Solomon and Sheba. The Ark becomes the nation's most sacred object, linking Ethiopia directly to biblical history. The Queen's story becomes the foundation of a nation's identity. The Queen of Sheba's influence stretches far beyond ancient texts, echoing through centuries and across continents. In the Bible, she's a symbol of wisdom, spiritual openness, and the pursuit of understanding between cultures. In Ethiopia, she's revered as the founding mother of a nation, a figure whose legacy shapes identity and pride. Her story represents a golden age of African power, intellect, and cultural achievement, a narrative of Black sovereignty, feminine authority, and the enduring strength of women throughout history. The Ark's presence continues to shape Ethiopian Christianity, connecting faith to ancient tradition, with every church housing a sacred replica, symbolizing unity and devotion, and keeping her memory alive in daily rituals. She is a universal icon, crossing deserts for knowledge, ruling with strength and compassion, and debating the wisest king, challenging ideas and forging new paths. Her journey inspires curiosity, courage, and the pursuit of wisdom in all who hear her tale. She reminds us that true power lies in intellect, spirit, and the courage to seek knowledge, not just in wealth or might, but in the legacy we leave behind. Her legend continues to inspire across cultures and generations, reminding us of the timeless impact of visionary women. The Queen of Sheba's legacy leads to Axum, Ethiopia, where the Ark of the Covenant is said to rest. Guarded by a single monk, unseen by outsiders, the Ark's presence is a matter of faith, not proof. For believers, tradition and the are evidence enough. For skeptics, it's an enduring mystery. The belief has shaped Ethiopia's art, faith, and fierce independence. The Solomonic dynasty, claiming descent from Sheba and Solomon, ruled until 1974. Her story is the spiritual and political bedrock of a nation. The Queen of Sheba remains a figure wrapped in legend, inviting us to wonder, question, and explore the tapestry of our shared past.